What up? What up? What up? What up? Liquor OA, where you get that dough? What's happening? You know, it never ceases to amaze me how crazy things are and how they can get. Never ever ceases to amaze me. Human hex trafficker, what's happening? Liquor OA, where you get that dough? People don't know what they have until it's gone. They just don't. It's a little silly, a lot of silly stuff going on. Silliness, immaturity. I like to I like to talk my talk and document some of these things that I've seen, observed, and keep it moving. Hope you're enjoying your day, everybody. Hope you're well. But we're gonna get into the topic real quick. Liquor OA, where you get that dough? It's funny because a lot of people, man, a lot of people have just, I don't know, maybe in revealing themselves, maybe they didn't have the intention to reveal themselves, maybe they did, who knows, but one thing's for certain, the truth always comes to light. And I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Like sometimes ignorance is bliss. Sometimes it's bliss for sure. But if you've been paying attention to what's going on this chain, you come to discover some revelations. You come to discover some stuff that it's like, man, well, what is this about? Like you trying to you trying to put your best foot forward, get into this crypto scene, make it work for you, mind your business and keep it moving. And then there's others like myself that, we get inspired to turn a device on and talk, create content regarding this crypto. But for the most part, it is what it is. Like getting into the content game with crypto, first and foremost, it's almost like unless you're doing it for leisure, people think like you're just doing it for the money. You're doing it for the bread. You're doing it to pump trash. And this is what we're left with. If you're a content creator, crypto is not something that's widely popular and exciting to talk about unless there's some inner foolishness that's temporary you expose, and then it's on to the next expose. But ultimately the bottom line is you're trying to find a way to make some money in a way where it doesn't harm you, and that's pretty much legal. And in this community, this shanty town, it's just like dog eat dog. Seriously, from top to bottom, dog eat dog. Dog eat dog, yo. Ever since the conversation with the OA, that this guy introduced this OA into the crypto thing, so many people, try to do the same thing. Call it OA, call it whatever, but they're doing the same thing to mimic the OA. Don't want to claim the OA. Don't want to have any ties to it. Meanwhile, they have ties to it. That's what a person could, sort of like deduce or speculate. At the end of the day, you're like, okay, when it's all said and done, somebody is controlling something here that they're trying not to control. And this is not necessarily a thing about your man Richie Rich. It's not really about him. It's about everyone else who's trying to do what he's done. Everyone else is trying to do what he's done. Why are people trying to do what he's done? They're trying to copy, trying to duplicate, trying to mimic. I got some skaters in the background. They flipping and bouncing. That's where all that noise is coming from. Nobody cares. Um, they're trying to copy his moves, do what he does in their own way, and claim greatness. But you see what he's dealing with. He's contending with unelected officials, governmental bodies, trying to shut it all down. And you think these duplicators, these biters, these people that copy, these people that pretend to be in control of their own situation and create their own versions of the OA, you think they're ready to go toe to toe with the boogeyman? I don't know. I'm not gonna say they are. I'm not gonna say they're not. But it's a lot of shady things going on in Pulse Chain, yo. Like it's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. And it's no surprise. 10% cool, 90% harsh, corrupt reality. Trust and believe. 90%, 90% corruption. That's my take on it. Because why? You have money involved. And money brings the worst out of people. It does. It does. Hearing somebody telling you about a benevolent whale constantly, constantly. Oh, man, this community, we're good. We have benevolent whale on our side. I know the benevolent whale. I spoke to the benevolent whale. Yeah, I've met the benevolent whale's family. Benevolent whale met my family. Our kids play together. We eat. Oh, really? Is that so? Is that so? Be Weezy, I see you in the building. He says, we getting in trouble today. Wonder. I don't know. I don't know if that's a question mark. I don't know if you're asking me. But as far as I know, what trouble is that, bro? Well, what type of trouble, bro? Fill me in if it's real, because if it's not, then it's whatever. You know me, I just talk, you know. But these people, you keep hearing about a benevolent whale. You know what? It just reminds me of the liquor OA, where you get that dough. Like it's another version of somebody trying to duplicate the whole OA thing, like many have already, and act like it's an actual person who's being a benevolent whale. It's like, who you fooling? It's you. It's you. What benevolent way you talking? You know, you Richie Rich. You understand? Like these people, they can't, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is new under the sun, but my goodness, man. My goodness, everybody's not stupid out here. Everyone's not stupid. He talking about some benevolent well. Why does the benevolent well know you? Why should the benevolent well know you? You could ask that. Like, why shouldn't the benevolent well know somebody? I don't know, but why do they know you though? Out of 8 billion people on the planet, they know you. Maybe because it's you, you know? Maybe because it's you. You know, in the past, I've heard little OAs like the source address. I've heard little OAs like the mystery box. I've heard little OAs like this, like that, like all these other names these people want to attach to something that mimics what the OA is and what the OA doesn't do, and how the OA is a benevolent entity, benevolence all across the board. They want to introduce this high level, sacred, you know, principles of divinity and holy and practically religious. You talking benevolence? Come on, son. Who you fooling? Who you fooling, man? Who you fooling? What? It's an AI? It's AI. Something that's immutable, that, you know, does its own thing, has its own brain. You talking what? Deep learning, machine learning. What are we talking? You know, when you have people in the community who were once diehard Richard Hart supporters, diehard, going against everybody who was hating Richard in 2019 and 20, and they were diehard, making videos, making songs, doing streams, blogs, writing posts. And now these same individuals are going against RH. It's same individuals making claims about how Hex went up 10,000x, that it was due to RH, pumping the bags. And how if you a supporter of RH now, you just glazing him. You know what I mean? Like you a RH fanboy type thing from the same people that once was. They'll tell you, they'll make claims like, oh, yo, RH was pumping the bags. They'll make those claims and can't prove the claims. Won't show proof, but will say it. They won't show proof, but they'll tell you that he's the reason why the thing went 10,000x. And I've always thought to myself as well, if as easy and convenient as it is for people to post screenshots, expose one another on a regular basis, why is it so difficult for people to show those receipts about RH pumping the coins? Why is it so hard to do? Why is it so hard? But people could easily make claims and accusations about him being the reason why the thing went 10,000, about him owning the OA, about him being in control of it all, All right. Was it people are upset of how he set up the game? He set the rules. He set the game. He set the parameters. If you're willing to play, okay. You're going by these rules. Why are you complaining? If you could do better, do something else. But because they can't, and it's easy for them to just deflect, not show proof of anything, and intimidate, create lies, and distort, and create lies and distortion to bring confusion. That's what they'll continue to do after they claim that they've yielded great rewards from the perceived efforts of a man who's supposed to have pumped the coin to 10,000x. And we're hurt, and we're in pain. Oh, pulse chain, deliver us from this rain. You know what I'm saying? Is you can't. It's like trustless is something that you can't take lightly. Trust none of these people, man. Like in crypto, like you're only dealing with what you have, what's in front of you, and that's that, man. Like what do you hear all the time? Yo, spread the word. Go, spread the word. Go market. You do the work. Go on board. Go act like you work for Amway, that you work for Herbalife, Primerica, and walk around with your easel and chalkboard and with your penny loafers and tight clip-on tie and your tight ass belt and go recruit somebody in the street. Knock on somebody's door. Go talk to them about this thing, right? I guess to lend some validity so it doesn't look like it's some kind of MLM multi-level marketing scheme, some Ponzi scheme, even though the dollar bill is one of the most noticeable Ponzi schemes known to man, but we deal with that every day, at least in the US. It's crazy, yo. It's just crazy. So you're saying, I'm talking about the non-believers. So you're saying RH is the reason why all this thing was pumped to 10,000, right? Oh way, oh way, oh this and that, and so many people used to believe in him, had no problem with him pumping it. If you could prove he pumped it, they can't do it, but they had no problem cashing out. They had no problem hex flexing. They had no problem balling out of control. They had no problem getting rich. They had no problem retiring. It wasn't a problem. If you believe in your mind and show no proof, but if you believe in your mind that dude is the reason why the thing went 10,000x, all of a sudden, now it's a problem. 3 years later, it's been a problem. He's the problem. He's the reason. He pumped the coins. He pumped the bag. Pulse chain's a wrap. Hex is dead. That's There goes your loyalty. There goes someone's integrity. Like, what did you stand on in the beginning in the first place? You stood on nothing. You stood on quicksand. Your foundation was liquid, was water. You fell right through it. It wasn't strong. Wasn't strong at all. You try to let the community believe lies, believe something that wasn't real, that wasn't true. That's what many of them have done. You know, it's just true. He said, "Let's cook today. It's Friday. What up, y'all?" He said, "I became benevolent Wales with my 55, 50." I hear you. Yeah, remember that, John? Primerica. Yeah, man. Herbal Life, LCI, some weird, system. And man, listen, man. Seen a lot of Quick Star. That was like the second phase of Amway. You know, T-shirts for the win. Yeah, man. I mean, why not, right? Why wouldn't T-shirts be for the win? But you got these people now talking weird, man. Like they never understood it, never believed it. It was all a charade. It was all a charade. How? Like it's just crazy. Why? Because they're upset that their bags are not being pumped. They're upset that they really didn't even care. That Richard used to always say, "He's not the OA. You want to do the work, you do it." People dismiss all of that. The no expectations, people dismiss all of that and are just like, no, Richard pumped the bags. He's the OA. Pulse chain is a failure. Hex down 99% because Richard failed. That's the theme. That's been the theme for a lot of these so-called Hex OGs. And they're so bitter. I mean, I don't know how a person. This is why I say money only highlights and emphasizes who a person really is. It does not substitute for one's inner happiness, cheer, love, and fulfillment and joy. Absolutely not. It's a band aid because a lot of these people claim to have been retired from Hex alone. And that's another thing. This is why the reality is so, I welcome it with open freaking arms because for you to easily say that Hex caused you to be retired, nickel OA, where you get that dough. You sold your Hex. Just embrace that. Embrace that truth because it's out. It's been out. And more people are realizing it. I'm seeing it being talked about more and more. Y'all don't have to claim where you got it from. You don't have to claim where you got it from, but it is what it is. Seeing more and more people realize what really took place because it's all on chain any effing way. It's all on the blockchain anyway. People had liquid opportunities to liquidate whatever they had, to dump whatever they had, and that's what they did, including emergency and staking. No one's caring about delayed gratification when you're looking at your wallet, 2 point something million dollars worth of coins. You're not thinking about no 15-year nothing. You dump it, and that's what one person did. One person who opened his mouth and said that earlier this year on a Spaces, cashed out 2.3 million. I think he said something like how many Hex tokens he had? Millions, like tens of millions. Cashed out 2.3 million because he didn't stake them. But if you would have been singing those praises back then, maybe people wouldn't have ganged up on you and treated you like some kind of leper because it was the bull market back then. But that wasn't something that was really celebrated. Everybody was talking about locking up your tokens, do this, staking, long term, 55, 55, all that, and suffer in the meantime. Suffer till you get to your 15. Suffer in a way where it's not to be abusive, but it's like, yo, pay your future type talk. But in the meantime, starve, or in the meantime, just work. But some people just said, you know what, I'm going to take advantage. I'm not going to just do that. I'm not going to just be in pain. I'm going to take this bag, 2.3 million, for example, and live my life and retire. Some people, they got a choice to do that. It's a free market, right? It's a free market. That's cool. That's cool. That one person since went to another community, did other thing, and it's not anybody I've ever spoken about. It's not anybody I ever spoken about because I do my own research here and there, and everything's not meant to be uh, 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 disclosed as far as who said what and all this stuff. No, but it just goes to show you how people were just faking the absolute funk. They were lying. They were pretending. They weren't being truthful the whole time. The whole time. Till now. Till now, where they were forced to be truthful because they never believed in the 55, 55 in the first place. It was just cliche. It was just something to say. It was just cute, you know. Oh, Quattro Cinco and all that, all that. Yeah, had me saying that because they didn't believe in nothing. They just believed in getting paid right now. That's what made it real. It's the thing of, all right, I cash out. The rest of you, good luck. That's the attitude. I cashed out. I got my bag. The rest of y'all, including us, the second wave, wave two, wave three, the next wave of, the next cycle. It's about good luck. Good luck to y'all. And not only good luck, but they're going to talk shit and say every chance they get, they dumping their hex on the market. Every chance they get. Because in their mind, they want people to remain wrecked. They want people to remain poor. They want people to remain in a state of, lack and wanting more and looking and being sort of like vulnerable in a state of weakness. That's how many of them perform. That's the attitude many of them have had here. But no one really wants to act, I talk about it because it's just what comes to my mind. It's just what I've seen over the last few years. And it's been a wild type of reckless attitude that people have had when they consistently asking you for money is because they don't care. Folks, they don't care. They don't care what you're going through. They don't care how long you've been waiting. They don't care about any of that. They never cared about it in the first place. They never cared. So it's about them. It's about satisfying their needs. It's about earning whatever they can off of your sweat and brow, off of your blood, sweat, and tears, off of your problems. How many project developers and founders created something in their project that's supposed to mimic the OA, the activities of the OA? Meanwhile, because people don't know how to keep certain, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, man, this is the rules of the game. These are the rules of the game. What they do, what folks do because they're human, they can't help themselves. They talk extra shit like, nah, man, it's you. You own it. You own it. We can't necessarily prove it. And that's just some type of nuance that exists in this whole space that actually made things work a certain way. Motherfuckers want to fuck that all up. They'll tell you, dude is pumping the bags, but can't prove it. Can't really prove it they can't prove it. They'll show you a bunch of activity taking place on the chain, a bunch of addresses doing a bunch of different things, and call them all kinds of whatever kind of names and labels together, but they can't say that it's him that press send. It's him that press sell. It's him that press buy. It's him. You know what I mean? And he's the reason that pumped the thing 10,000, this and that, and this, that. Motherfuckers are miserable, yo. They're miserable. They're miserable. You know, it's a sad state of affairs. It's a real state of affairs, but it's a sad state of affairs, though. How many people launch coins and in the background want to hit their friends up for allocations? Their friends. You know what I'm saying? It's the shit that goes on in crypto, yo. You know? Things like this gets exposed all through Telegram group. Let something bad happen among whatever groups of people. Then you see things get exposed like it's nothing. But everything was cool when y'all were huddling together, you know, making these plans to scheme and grift off of anybody who interacts on the chain. Everything was cool just a week ago. Everything was cool until some shit happened. You got pissed off, and now it's, oh, by the way, look what this person did. This address is that person. They dumping on your heads. You exit liquidity, blah blah blah. But nah, shit was fine just a week ago. Why you all gangbuster, scam buster now? You know that shit happens all the time in crypto, yo. That shit happens all the time. Make no mistake. So a lot of these people that came through and built their popularity off the community, that launched their own fucking coins, they're about that shit too, yo. They're not dealing with any type of standard and nothing. It's BS. It's BS. It's about money. They think in a sense where it's like a culture of fucking high school kids, man. Peer pressure and cliques and nonsense. You would swear these men are supposed to be men, are supposed to be adults. They act like children. You know, they give in to the peer pressure. They give in to some weird status quo. Blah, blah, blah. You want to be liked. You want to be accepted. Hey, I think you're cool. You want to come join us? We got some shit going on right here, but it's only for us. And we testing you out to see where you at with yours. We want to see if you're a good fit. Why not? We think you cool. Some bullshit. Foolishness. Trying to feel you out. Why? What is this? Why you feeling me out for? Is this a job interview? The fuck feeling me out for? I'm not talking about me in the sense, but this is what happens, bro. I've been in crypto for many years. For many years, man. You got dudes calling other people handsome, like, and the dude you calling handsome is a grease ball. Like, what's wrong with you? No, it's because you got your hands dirty in whatever they got going on, so you're gonna big each other up. You're gonna support each other, of course. You can't go against the grain. That's you going against your money like a fool. You're not gonna do that. And then all the 90% that's looking at these things like really trying to look at this as an opportunity. They're looking at this with hope, with faith, with absolute belief in the best things in their hearts to try to lend to this opportunity here. No, it's mired. It's mired with selfishness. It's mired with greed. It's mired with people who have no intentions of seeing anybody succeed more than themselves, man. Next time you hear someone tell you about some benevolent well, yo, think twice, man. Like really listen to what's being said here. Fuck you mean benevolent well? And the person didn't acknowledge themselves. Why are they hiding in the shadows? Why? Is because it's your actual shadow because it's you. But they're trying to flip it and bounce it and make it seem like it's something else. Because Richie Rich did it and they can't do it like he did because he was the first to do it. He got the first mover advantage. I'm not saying he's that, but hey, you know, if the rules of the game work, you want to see if you could have manipulated the work for you. You know, they just pissed off that, you know, someone, whatever, pulled the coattails of the boogeyman. So they sent Richie Rich the notice, let him know he's on notice. And ever since he's been fighting back and forth, This game of words, this game of law, this game of whatever. Hopefully it breaks new ground and that everybody could benefit the way everybody's fucking waiting to benefit. What's everybody really waiting for? Really, truly, truly. All that shit that people, all we waiting for, people are on board. You're just waiting for money to come into the system so you can fucking cash out. That's it. That's all you're waiting for, bro. That's all we waiting for. That's all. And it's just too hot on Pulse Chain right now, yo. It's too hot. The dude got smoked with the SEC. It's too hot. People all around are acting, are lying, pretending like shit is cool, and it ain't. Just call it for what it is. You know, it's not easy to just make certain moves without, you know, raising the attention for certain people. Be like, what's this? What's all this? What's all this going on right now? Oh, wait. You can't move like people can't move, man. They fucking, you know, they're handcuffed, they're handicapped right now, yo. And people looking at the price. So it's like there's so many variables with this shit. You're looking at the chart, the thing is all the way down. So somebody with big bags are looking at it, they're like, okay, this could be opportunity, sure. But why is this thing down like this? And then they do some research and they find out, oh, there's some stuff going on. The person might, you know, have heavy bags, but they're more conservative. They're not crazy about DeFi, so they're gonna wait to see the smoke blow over, see how everything turn out, and then, you know, do their thing. Or maybe they're risky and they invest. Maybe that's a lot of stuff going on, man. How would you look at this if you were outsider looking in? You know, you see a bunch of motherfuckers talking gay shit, penile protrusion, meme coin, dex coin, shit supposed to, you know, represent someone's being John. Like, you know, you're looking at it, it's like this is a joke. I'm not taking this serious. I don't care what millions are in here. Millions of what? You know what I'm saying? Like, so what's that mean, bro? What's that mean, bro? It's a high class grift. Like, what are we talking about, man? Grift chain? Like, what is this? So that's why. That's just my assessment out of many. Could be many reasons why things are not moving. Things are not moving. You open your mouth, you know the man has got smoke with all this. You want to destroy shit because that's what makes you happy. You got one motherfucker that just all he says is, you know, not all he says, but because I only heard him on one time in the holidays last year, 7 months, like in December of last year. Said, yo, Richie Rich is the person who pumped the coins. And that was one of your favorites. But this guy always got problems with the community. But said, yo, Richie Rich pump the market. Not only that, but no other coin recovered from a 99% down type situation. So what's your flavor? Like, what's your point in saying these things? Again, what's your point? You the almanac, oracle of crypto, or what? What's your what you saying? Did you have these feelings in 2021? No, you were partying, huh? Flexing, huh? Huh? Saving people who got smoked in foreign lands. Like, what's the point? What they saying? They just want to discourage you, and but that shit not gonna work like that. Not at all. Richard Hart used to be in a chat group that turned out to be a scam, yo. And a lot of those people that were in that chat group joined Hex. It's a fact. It's a fact. Another weirdo who doesn't stream anymore. I call him weirdo because I don't give a fuck. Um, said one thing that I agreed with. He said one thing that I agreed with. That RH is one of the biggest knowledgeable DJs you know. I could not disagree. Could not disagree. Why? Because why were you hanging out in a scam group, a scam freaking crypto community group from 2018 that no longer exists no more? But you got a segment of those people that joined you in Hex. Meanwhile, you might have had the greatest intentions, but you were there. You were there. You were around. How I know? Because I was degenning into them things too, man, in a bunch of different points, trying to figure this all out. There's no crystal ball to this. Nobody gets this right. Scores 100 every time. That's how I know. People stupid. They think we're stupid. They think we're dumb. They think we're dumb. They'll say it online too. I'm telling you, people give themselves away. Listen to what they're saying. I can't even tell you, like sometimes I've said in the past, be careful who you listen to. But it's by listening to certain things that you begin to realize certain truths, even with people who are unscrupulous and unsavory, or at least they just, present something else, but they telling you what it really is. They could look like shit and they telling you something messed up, but somewhere in there is a truth. So you got to really use your brain when you're listening to some of this information. Really use your brain. Really use it. Not be a hypocrite if I say, yo, don't listen to these people. Don't listen. How you gonna learn? How you gonna be able to discern between truth and imposter if you don't get both sides of the situation and then make find the truth somewhere in between? You know, these motherfuckers are crooked, bro. They started out, maybe some have started out with good hearts, good nature, best intentions, but yo, they fell to the dark side, man. It's the majority. They fell to the dark side, bro. Real talk. Fell to the dark side. It's not about morals. It's not about ethics. It's not about, none of that. None of that matters. None of that. You wish it would matter. You'd like for it to matter. For you, it matters. That's all that counts. Just know that you're dealing with heavy, heavy, heavy levels of corruption. Heavy, heavy levels of corruption, y'all. I can't see the chat like I normally can because emotion, but peace to the chat. That's what it is, man. That's what's going on here. People waiting for somebody to drop $5 million. You know what $5 million would do to the chain right now? You drop that one time. Pick one of the four coins. Pick any one. You would see what the chain would. That they're just waiting for something like that to take place. It's just like, to me, it's like the quiet before the storm. It's the quiet before the storm, because that's what it is, man. That's what's going on here, yo. A lot of manipulation, a lot of psychological babble, psycho babble nonsense to trick you out of opportunities, man. But you're seeing people actually play certain things out in nefarious, sketchy ways, man. Sketchy ways behind the scenes and putting it on chain. The shit is visible. It's all on chain. It's whether you're interested or not to see what it really is. And sometimes, again, sometimes ignorance is just bliss. It really is, man. I'm telling you, man. A lot of these people, they get on a device and then they talk. They talk and they also tell you what they're doing, thinking they're slick. You saw that Richard Hart was getting a lot of smoke for the OA. Still does. Can't understand how the concept of the OA is something that's practiced in legacy too. Can't understand that. It's just different. There's some form of centralization in all of this shit. At least for Hex to make it work, to make it do what it did. So what they do, they launch their own thing and try to mimic the OA and call it a benevolent whale. Call it a mystery box. Call it a source address. Call it many things. Many things. We've seen it. We've seen it. If it works, it works. If it don't, then on to the next. But when they try to like, throw shots, you shooting something that worked for many people. And what's crazy is it's sick because the many people that it worked for, some of those people also shooting at the person that allowed them to see something crazy, life changing in their lives. That's deplorable. That is so sad. Like, wow. Like, yo, that's crazy, man. hmm And this year, summer's almost over. This year has been it hasn't been quiet on the chain. You know, this year, shit, people like gladly tagging tagging law enforcement agencies, like on Twitter, doing it like it's a hashtag, just tagging law enforcement. So it's a bit of a mess, to say it lightly. Is a bit of a mess right now, yo, for real. hmm It's a bit of a mess. People tagging law enforcement agencies like it's a hashtag, connecting names. Yo, pay attention to so and so. Illegal this, criminal that and this is bad, yo. It's bad. Sucks to be them. Sucks to be them because they bought themselves $180 million cloud over their heads that's gonna follow them for a while. Because there's some people that are much, much more invested than I am that ain't gonna just let things just go. Believe that. I'm saying, like, folks are, it's dirty. It's nasty work. Nasty work, like the kids say, man. Real nasty. Nasty work. And then what the people, it's crazy because people say a lot, why people hide their face why anonymous? Not necessarily me, but like, developers, and, in the shadows, this and that. Yeah, the first ones to pull grifts. Well, it's also the first one that you shake hands with, and you look at their teeth, you face to face with them. They also pull grifts, right in your face. They'll throw sacrifice phases, donations, launch coins left and right, you know, and keep doing that till it stops. Keep doing that. Because as long as the people giving them the money, as long they're gonna keep grifting. That's never gonna stop. I don't know what it looks like to take a stand to stand up for yourself. I don't know what that looks like for y'all, but I know what it looks like for me. You know, I know what it looks like for me. I don't know what it looks like for anybody else, but I know what it looks like for me. I don't have the time to play games and waste time. You know, most saying like most of the years I've lived are behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's what it is. It's what it is. And so I don't have time and leisure to just conjure up plans to lie, to deceive, to steal, be greedy. What type? That's not how I want to go out. That's me. That's me. You're listening to people talk about all these streamers that have streamed this whole time, right? And they leave out people they know been cooking the whole fucking time too, on purpose, as if the people who watch them are not watching us. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Dumb kid shit like that. Stupid shit. Means nothing though, because all this streaming going again to the whole thing. All this work that has been done all these years, and look what the charts at. Look what the chains at. Look what's going on. Because there's a bigger fight taking place, man. Once a person, once people, whenever that green light turns on and the faucet opens up again, excuse me, just prepare yourself. Prepare yourself accordingly. You know, get the blessings that you deserve and keep it moving. In whatever way that means to you. Outside of that, it's whatever, man. Ain't no friends in this shit. Don't act like don't act like a motherfucker won't turn on you over some money. For real. They make light of things like inside group, exclusive this, exclusive. They make light of it because that's what they're doing. A lot of inside shit. You see it. You see it all if you just see it. This is what happens in crypto. So it happens in crypto, yo. The hardest thing, and it's ringing ever so true, even now. I'm telling you, the hardest thing that crypto has to deal with is keeping the people interested to keep buying back. That's one of the hardest things I've seen and observed and realized and discovered in this crypto game. Keeping the people interested to buying back. Keep coming back to buy more. Keep coming back. How do you keep them interested? How do you keep them interested? You have a situation where a problem can be solved and folks don't even think about the problem anymore if they got a problem solved in one day. They forget about tomorrow. They forget about next year. They forget about 15, 20, the rest of their lives. They just, thank you very much. I'm out. Okay. But then what does that do to the entire situation? If everyone does the same thing, it's a loss. It's like, oh man, how do we keep this going? How do we keep this going? You know, motherfuckers creating schemes with all kinds of shit going on, yo. All kinds of stuff. This meme, that meme, like a meme is supposed to be a part of your generational wealth building portfolio now. A meme. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And it's never just one meme, yo. That's why I'm saying that's the example. That's the example I can give. It's never just one coin. It's never just one meme that's good enough. It's always a multitude of different things because people have short sight, short attention spans. They lose interest that quick. You know, their attention span is it lasts as short as an insect, like just moving on to the next, on to the next. It's never just one thing. It wasn't just Bitcoin, right? For the majority of the world now, it's not just Bitcoin now. It's like, millions of coins. It's not just Ethereum. It's millions of coins. Definitely not just Pulse Chain. It's a bunch of coins. Maybe you could never create something to keep the people interested in buying back. Because they buy back, they sell for the dollar bill. The shit we trying to like outperform. We trying to outperform the dollar bill, but we need to go back to it because everything is denominated in the world reserve currency. That's where we're at. where we're at. I could barely see the chat, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to y'all. I see Jamal. He said not Primerica. I see Jay Boog. Good finesse. What's up, B Weezy? I can't even see what that's saying, man. The sun is glaring on this phone. You know what I mean? I can't even see. Salute to you right there. Can't read your name. He says, sup, peoples. What's up to you? Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. But yeah, people, be vigilant for real. Be vigilant, folks. Things isn't always what, things are not what they seem to be. It's just not. Things are not what they seem to be. Folks are living a lie, and they want you to believe in their lies. They want to be the OA. They want to be their own OA. It's easy to become your OA. Create a coin, and there you go. You the OA. Off rip. Off rip. But then you got people talk about, oh, they know a benevolent whale. They want to talk that mental illness, split personality talk. Like, now you're creating your own mania just to look cool and look like you're doing something good in crypto. You creating a double identity. Like, yeah, well, it's folks, people are crazy, bro. I get it. Like they Richard. Rich is Richard. Like he said it. If his if he has a mental problem, as long as he helps people get mad gains, that's all that matters. The mad gains. This man has said it out of his mouth. Mad gains. That's why I know I've given him smoke, but I don't give him 100% smoke. I don't like 100% trash Richard Hart because no one says these things and tries to back it up like he has. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things he did I question, but you trying to create a situation where people will receive mad gains, I have to salute that. I have to salute that. Mad gains. Like I'm not a technical person like that. Nah, man. If you could, what do? You hold on to these cryptos, okay. What do? You a founder? Okay. What do? You a hodler? Okay. But I told y'all, one of the people that really, I'm telling you, that's the leader of one of the leaders of the collectors that people don't like at all. Your man PH Balance, he said it. People who are extremely close to founders also get rich. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. How many streamers launch coins and talk about their people? They taking care of their people. Their people. Whether you paid for a course, you paid for this, you paid their people, their circle of people. Yeah, it's real. It's real. Other people launch coins. It's crazy because it's crazy. It's crazy. There's a lot of dirtiness that comes with it too. A lot of dirtiness. I'm one. I don't like to. I don't play these dirty games, man. whales pulling liquidity after coin gets launched. You're a founder, you pull the liquidity, and when questions are asked, why did you do this? And you give all this double talk, experiment this, bonding that. You're doing all this word salad. Meanwhile, it's just a nice, illustrious way to say, thank you for the money. Thank you for funding my lifestyle. It's not cool, yo. It's not cool. You know, as you should be. Lee, I see you haven't been this excited for T-shares in a long time. I mean, right? Why shouldn't you be this excited for T-shares, right? Why shouldn't you be? There's no, there's forces that are out here that are working against you, that are working against us heavily. It's not conspiracy. It's just real. Doesn't make sense. It's like a reset in a way. I mean, Hex is not at 4 zeros, but it's like a reset in a way. And what I mean by that is, years ago, there was a great deal of uncertainty, a great deal of vitriol thrown at the community, thrown at the founder, thrown at everything Hex related. And then magic happened. So right now, everything is where it's at. A low, not as low. It didn't get 99% from its all-time low. Pulse chain is looking like it's tapping at its low, like it's doing an all-time low practically. Okay. But people are just like, yo, like, they say history repeats itself. History doesn't repeat itself, but it sure rhymes. To me, I could see some truth in that, but I'm watching history relive in its own way. I mean, there wasn't a Pulse chain or Pulse X back then, but the behaviors of people are similar. Maybe even like worsened. It's like you got to go if you're trying to get in where you fit in. Just study this, man. Study what's going on. Study. Research. Study. Understand what you're doing. Understand what's taking place. Understand what you're seeing. Learn. Learn, man. That's your weapon right there. You're learning. Build a skill set. Learn. You see this shit going on and you have an interest, some type of, proclivity for tech, learn how to develop. Learn how to develop. That's a real founder right there. Learn how to develop. Everyone is at the mercy of the developer. Everyone. What a position to be in. You think everything is cool, and then on the low, something not working. Who you calling? Who you reaching out to? You can't call customer support. Hopefully, the developer didn't put something shady in the contract to extract on the low. But who would really know that other than someone who could understand code, who could program, you know? It just makes it more difficult for people who want to do good work. That's all it does. It makes it difficult for people who really want to do good freaking work. And the people who doing good work kind of remain silent too, man. It's like you're doing good work and you're watching the shit that's going down and you don't say nothing. I don't know, man. That couldn't be me. If I was a developer and I'm watching all the shit going down, bro, man, listen. You think I'm talking now, man? Mm, mm, mm. This is what takes place. Free market, free everything, free market. You get the free good and the free bad. It's like what people say, man, they can't wait. They can't wait for they can't wait for certain bag holders to leave. To leave. There's 8 billion people in the planet, man. What they said, 15 or 16,000 active users on Pulse Chain. You have a few bad apples leave, you're gonna have 100 more come, and then what? And then what? It has to make sense, people. It has to make sense. You can't get rid of people like that. That's the whole thing. It's just how do you position yourself? You can't gatekeep people, you know, in a situation where it's open space, open source, decentralized. You invite everything. Everything is welcome. So you got to find a way to navigate through it all and make it work for yourself. Make it work. Learn to identify the phony from the real. Learn to identify the truth from imposter. I say this all the time. Learn, learn, learn. When you're watching people doing weird things on the chain, saying weird things on the stream, take note. Take note. Telling y'all, not all whales are benevolent, yo. Keep hearing about some benevolent whale. I'm telling you. Number one, I'm telling you. Already said it. You didn't catch it. Go back to the beginning, replay gang and all that. But it's just that that's just what it is, man. It didn't sit well with me when I first heard it. When I first heard about some benevolent whale, that didn't sit well. I don't know why, but I understand why. I do now. And people trying to be the old way. They're trying to act like some old way. They're trying to do what Richard did that wasn't done before in crypto and put a stain on it because it's already hard to accept the whole operations of the old way and what it is and how it and the fact that it even exists bothers a lot of people. We get that. But what the OA has done so far, they say has been good. And then you got these other people, all benevolent, this, that, when it should be malevolent. You know, They don't think about tomorrow. They think about today. They think about right now. Watch them. They talk about they're gonna launch. They're giddy. They're always laughing. They're excited. You see it. You see it. You see the ways of the behaviors of these degenerate people. You know, some behave degenerate, but I find these people to be absolute degenerate. They talk about, oh, they're launching a coin. All of a sudden, you can see the body language. Read the people, folks. Learn how to read the room. Read what you're hearing. Listen to what people don't say. Like they telling you, like, yo, this is what it is. Don't pretend like it's not what you see. The minute you ignore your intuition, you're already starting off wrong. Benevolent whale, you send somebody how many millions of dollars worth of coins, and that's regular? That's regular? That's not. It's not regular. On the internet. That's the part about it that shows you like the reckless, shameless behaviors of these people, man. They have no shame in their game, yo. They're not embarrassed. Want no parts of this. Want no parts of it, yo. Not saying I'm leaving and this and that, like the thing, no, but like never gonna hear me tied up with no foolishness. Been out here living my life, doing what I do, and in crypto, next year will be 8 years. If I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change anything really, you know. Because if I wanted to change something in crypto, I got to look at other things in my life too. But that's not what it is. Like crypto's a part of what I do. I do crypto. I'm not just I don't do Robin Hood. Oh, Robin Hood. You know, I acquired some crypto from Robin Hood. BS, bull crap. I don't do that. I don't do that. I got cryptos in places I forgot. You gotta know people. Like I say what I say with absolute conviction is because I was once I had to go through those dark alleys of DeFi and crypto and doing all that, getting scammed. Too many, too numerous to count. Had to learn, had to learn, man. That's why you could identify shit now. Where people try to pretend it's something they're not. Tell you they've been in crypto 10 years, 12 years, that they're benevolent. They know a benevolent whale and all that. It's bullshit. All of it. You caked up like that. You know, benevolent whale is caked up like that. And you don't have anything better to do with your life and to get on the internet and talk about this. They're not real. They're not real. They're not honest. Very dishonest to the point where their own people going against them. That should tell you something too. Their own people that were there with them, side by side, don't rock with them. What does that show you? And then some of them that just were doing streams until all these hours long streams and this and that and this token and this TA and this philosophy and blah blah blah. All of a sudden they launch coins and pair up with certain people. They got. They got. They went through the Nori doors. They went to the dark side. And more people going to the dark side that aren't. I've been in the dark side and too embarrassed to even talk about it. Want to just remain in the shadows and not care as long as they're making money. It's gonna get warm for them though very soon, and not because of anything I'm gonna do. It's just because of life. There's only so long you can do bad things There's only so long you know what I'm saying, you could do crazy things where things don't catch up to you. I call that divine justice. You know what I mean? That's what I call that, divine justice. You know, you think I'm the only one out here that thinks this way? Sure, you're right. Like, really? Think I'm the only one that thinks this way? Man, there's people got more information about these people than I do, and I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need it. You know, it's just sad. It's really sad, yo. A lot of two-faced motherfuckers in this space, yo. Two-faced hypocrites, contradict themselves. They're liars, right? They'll be quick to be disloyal. Quick. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with. There's so much life has to offer, right? But people want to concentrate on themselves to the point where they don't care who gets hurt. They don't care who gets hurt, who gets caught in the crossfire, as long as their needs are met by all means necessary. That's what you find here in crypto. I'm launching this, they're launching that, they're launching this and launching that to enrich themselves, and so that you could remain in a state of want, a state of lack. And tell you, no, don't lose hope. And we'll tell you, did you sell? No, please don't sell, okay? As long as you didn't sell, you good. Meanwhile, project is wrecked. We're telling you to hold on because you have to give them a chance to sell on you. That's why they want you to hold on. Hold on to the coins of the project that you bought into. Why? It's not so you could make money, it's so that they could make money off of you by dumping on you. You next, you after them. And then people coming after them, after you, and then after those people, and then after those people, and then after those people. But the premise is already foul. The foundation is already foul. Twisted, distorted Ponzi-nomics we're dealing with. Richard Hart tried to sprinkle some blessings into the game, but everybody want to distort the whole shit. That's why people are infuriated about some old way and that even exists. Don't understand the mechanics of it because they want to get the most. Somebody always wants to have more than you, to talk shit, to control, to feel superior, and for you to be and feel inferior. Always. Somebody always wants to have more than you. It can never be enough because they have to satiate their greedy freaking palate by all costs. I heard the same greaseball talk about back when Ethereum 2 came out, when you had the ghost chains that came out, right? Ethereum Proof of Work and Ethereum Fair. The same greaseball was on a stream again. He's making it so easy. He was on a stream again talking about, oh yeah, all we need is for a couple people to come into the chain and pump the bags. Everything is about a pump. Everything is about a pump, to pump the bags on the ghost chains. That's what he mentioned 2 years ago. Man, it ain't hard to tell. I excel and prevail. Shout out to Nas. It's just what it is. It's what he said. Yeah, he had a bunch of coins on the two ghost chains, and wasn't talking about how hex was hex on every chain. He wasn't talking like that. He wasn't talking about flawless uptime. He wasn't talking about no staking, long term delayed gratification. That wasn't the talk. The talk was, yeah, all we need is two or three people, and we could pump the chains, pump the coins. Oh yeah, Mr. Benevolent. Well, yeah, that's what he was saying. That's the language. That's what it was, and that's what's become today, where it's not even about those ghost coins, because now we have Pulse Chain, but since then it's been, oh, this, that, and this, pumping trash, pumping absolute trash, pumping trash that's been benefiting them because they have people who buying into their ideas that they're dumping on incessantly because they want to act like they're in a way because they provide the most liquidity in their coins. Oh, they're good actors in the world. They are the good actors. You believe that? If that's the case, then why aren't everybody talking about them favorably? Why isn't everyone rejoicing and happily cheering and sharing the information with the world about the shit they've launched? If it really was on the up and up, if it really were on the level, if they were really honest and real and legitimate, why isn't so many other people talking about them? If they've been out for months and they've been doing all this great stuff. Yes, yes, yes. You don't think other people want to make money? You don't think people want to make money and have a good time? Right. Because it's not, it's not what it is. They're pretending. They're lying. It's opportunities for them, not for us. I'll be damned if I did something and I'm sending some nondescript person across the world millions of dollars worth of coins talking about I did it to edify them. Are you be damned if I build a popularity from a community that I once was against, and I build my channel and I'm gonna introduce something talking about, oh yeah, I'm launching this coin and it's like a clone of Hex talking about, oh no, but I could, you could do this and you could do that. Is nuance, nuance, spell nuance. Oh yeah, you could do this, it's different. You could do this instead of that. Like with Hex, you could do that, but you can't do this. But so with my coin, you can do all of that. See? But if you don't do that, that's the narrative. This is the thing. I could spin it on everybody, like they all spin it on us, telling you, oh, if you don't build, it's gonna be a ghost chain. Oh, but I need your trash. So if 100 people do different things, oh, so the chain is alive now. It's not a zombie. It's not some zombie ghost chain. But what's the chain today? Because there's more than 100 different projects on the chain. And what is it today? What's it doing today? Because everybody's in here to make money. Where's number go up? Quote unquote number go up and all these weird quirky sayings. Where's that? What's going on? There's no number going up now. And you got a bunch of building, all this building. No, but you're gonna blame it on the SEC and you're gonna blame it on Richie Rich. Don't listen to these people, man. That shit is not a joke. When they say exit liquidity and all that, it's just a fancy way of saying You came in after them and they shitting on you by selling on you. That's all that is. It ain't a joke. It's real. It's real. Motherfuckers launching coins. They don't even know what they're doing and telling you they leaving this chain to go another chain, launch a meme coin on Solana and fucked up the bag the first day of the launch. How many screenshots you seen 24 hours later? Nothing but a red dildo. Red dildo. This year, tons of coins. How many times we seen that? Motherfuckers don't know what they're doing. They just want to make money off of you and I. Realize they suck at what they're doing. What do? They do it again. They do it again. So at the point right now, folks, you don't know who to trust. It's cool. It's supposed to be that way. Don't trust nobody. Don't trust nobody. Just trust the code that's supposed to be developed and designed to do what it's supposed to do, and let the chips fall where they may, yo. But these motherfuckers acting like they got our best interests at heart. They don't have shit. Richard stopped streaming, and motherfuckers lost their minds, yo. They lost their minds. They can't. You see what's crazy? They can't even lead themselves, yo. Just look at where we're at. Look at where we're at. How many shit coins on the chain? How many? I wonder if there wasn't any SEC smoke for this last 16 months, if there would be so many shit coins on this chain today. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers can't even lead themselves. They talk about, oh, we need to lead because the founder is not streaming anymore because he's fucking gagged right now with the SEC. For whatever reason. I don't know. All them projects, all those projects, all those sacrifice projects. How many people got returns? Good returns on their investment. The masses. I'm not talking about one or two heads or 10 or 20 people. How many of them all got their monies back and then some since they launched their shit coins, huh? How many? It's already on the chain. The building's already here. You can't undo what it's already been done, you know? It's already here. Good luck. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks, your evening, your morning, wherever you are. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Be easy.